I always do this, don't I? Hello everybody, welcome to a live stream. My name is Sam. We are going to be playing a bit of Splatoon 3, and then we'll be moving over to Pokemon Violet, where we're going to be trying to collect as many Pokemon as possible, because we're trying to complete the Pokedex to be able to then get a shiny charm, to then be able to possibly shiny hunt on Pokemon Violet. And then we can also do DLC at that rate, if we complete the game especially. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're going to be playing Splatoon 3 obviously first. I just wanted to mention that we're doing really well with everything, which we're trying to work out at the moment with like Trans Pride Southampton. We're trying to work out how to actually like direct everything towards what we want is was it June, July? I always forget the day for our main event. What's Trans Pride 2024. If I find it out very quickly, then I know. It's 29th of June we will be returning for Trans Pride 2024. We're currently working out venue, stalls, everything like that. So if you want to be able to contact us anything about that, you can rather contact us with coffee right there, or you can contact us through our social media, what you can always do through !Instagram or !Facebook, either one that you prefer using. If not, use coffee. Hey, I don't know how to say your name. Cloyd D11. Hello, welcome. So yeah, we're going to be moving across to Splatoon 3. So the easiest way of doing that is make sure I have my controller, and we should be all good. So yeah, we'll be trying to get everything for the main event and everything. Kieran's fine. Hey Kieran, how's it going? So yeah, we'll be trying to work out the main event that we're trying to do. We've had the previous two main events that we've of course done. We're trying to make it bigger and better this year, because last year we like went off on our own and made our own event, but we only done it in about 3 months, and we had liminal amount of people that we could use for the volunteers, so we're looking for more volunteers at some stage, and then we're also looking for everything else that we can possibly think of. So that's what we're trying to do with main event and everything. So yeah, let's get into Splatoon. So here you go. I've actually sorted it out so I can actually hear it off my headset, and it shouldn't come through the microphone at any point, so that should be completely fine. I decided to go full screen today, what was different than what we've been doing lately. I just thought it might look better, as well as you can see a lot more of the detail of the 1080p of the Switch, because the difference between this and this, it is pretty major when it comes to things, and I think this will probably look better in the long run for everything, even though the webcam might be in the way at some stages. We'll fix that when it comes to it, and mess around with things, see what we can do. So yeah, we'll just skip through all of this dialogue. I don't really care about it. It's just stating what stages are currently on. Oh, and some more game modes, solos and stuff like that. Cool. Because I haven't played Splatoon 3 since, I think when it came out. I'm so far behind when it comes to news of Splatoon 3, stages, the update. You got an update. New season's here. Yeah, cool. I don't really care. Just let me get in, please. I don't want to be on this menu for much longer. Cool, there's more blasters and stuff. I'm more of a roller person. I much prefer rolling. If you don't know what Splatoon is, it's a shoot 'em up turf-based game. Not turf as in the awful people against trans people. More turf as in location-based. You're rather, let's say, blue and pink, I guess, two separate. It is whatever the opposite colour is. It's a very bright game when it comes to everything. And you got to try and fight your way through to try and get through everything and be able to try and maintain your area. I'm just going to change stuff there so I can actually see the chat on my left as well. So yeah, regular battle, turf war. So we're doing turf wars and be able to do mincemeat, metalwork, and bluefin depot. And then there's anarchy battles, as well as the series and the open. What we're not going to be playing, because I'm pretty sure they're ranked, and I don't know what rank I'm on here. I'm not sure if your rank transfers over as well. Maybe? Because I originally played Splatoon 2. See you later. Yeah, so like, oh god, there's things popping in. We are new season rank, rank C-. Cool. Aim higher next season 2. Catalog record, fresh season, 2023. So yeah, I haven't played since 2023. Achieved something. I don't know what I achieved. Unclaimed award. Cool. Just let me get in the game. Come on. I don't care. As a casual player of this game, I can't be bothered. Okay, so let's work out the controls again. So that's how to turn into that. I'm using a really cheap pro controller. Like it's not even proper pro controller, so I doubt I'm gonna be able to do it properly. But yeah, so we've got our brush. It's not a brush, it's a roller. And what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to use different moves to be able to, of course, try and capture people. And going into the paint will allow us to be able to collect up new paint. So you can see the little icon when I go down into the paint. It allows me to be able to, of course, collect more paint. We're going to do regular battles, so fine with regular battles. I don't care about ranked or anything, we're just going to see if we can get all of that. And yeah, there's multiple different weapons. I think there's 60 levels that you can get up to, something like that. It's something stupid, and I'm on level, I don't know what level I am. We'll see in just a moment, I guess. As we sort of go along, we should be able to see what level we're on, and it shouldn't be too terrible of a thing. We are... And I don't like the thing is, I like the way, but I don't also like the way that we come into the world, because we're on these things and we can launch our stuff. It's helpful. But it does mean that like there is more surface area on Splatoon 3 compared to Splatoon 2 that you could cover. It was a little bit annoying, especially as like they launch into it. I'm pretty sure they still cover the areas. You can't 100% cover everything. If anything, it's necessary now than anything. Oh, get out there! Get out there! To our special. Let's just roll this. Oh no! There's so many moves that people can do in all that, and I don't know if it's going to be better docked than undocked. Like I used to play undocked often, and I don't know if because it's an online game, it probably had some issues. Get out! Get up! Over there. Come on, let's run off. Oh, run! Run! Hide. 2 seconds. No, they're above us. You don't want to... The thing is, some surfaces you can't paint. So, the problem with that, obviously, be it... Oh, no. You want to avoid that. We've got to pop it. So, yeah, like, I don't know... Oh, really awful, this game. I might need to use a paint splatter. Like... I don't know if I'm good enough with the roller to be able to actually be able to use the roller these days than anything, because it's normally it's more of a defensive way of being able to actually do things compared to the offensive way of. Oh, damn it! And they got away. Oh, okay, I got one. That's fine. I've got someone. And I think there is a way that I can launch. How do I? There's a map. Where's the map? How do we... Home? Nope, definitely not home. That's how to take a picture. There you go. It's X. So we do X, and we should be able to like launch towards our teammates. So we just press that. Do we hold it? X? I don't know. There's a way to be able to launch to your teammates a lot easier, what means that you should be able to get into battle, especially if they're like all the way to the other teammates. Like, their teammates should be able to land on them. Right here. I don't know what that special ability actually is, but we do want to be able to avoid. Like that over there. Okay, we got one. So the good thing is with how a lot of this works. What the hell was that? I don't know what that noise was. Cool. Oh god, some cheap controllers are good. It's just a very basic Animal Crossing controller. Because I originally got my Switch to be able to play Animal Crossing New Leaf, and I still haven't played that much of it, and I need to reset anyway, so I'll probably reset that at some stage and do all of that. Oh, we won! I didn't expect us to win, actually. I thought we were getting, like, dominated for so long. We started coming back towards the end, but I didn't expect us to actually do it. I think I played this once or twice. I was terrible at it. The thing is, the game is a reasonably competitive game, especially it's like you're not just going after people, you're going after land at the same time, like you're trying to paint as much surface area as possible. We're level 8. We can keep on going. I enjoy this so far. Yeah, so you might have played like Splatoon 2. Well, it's very similar in the manner of it. It's just a case of, I guess they restarted it to fix some of the back ends and fix some of their stuff and upgrade it even further. I'm sure they got like Splatoon 4 around the corner at some stage. It seems like it's every couple of years they decide that they're going to bring out a new Splatoon game. It's a bit hard to hear you over the game audio. Okay, let me change the game audio. Is this better? Is this going to be better? Hope this is better, Kieran. Sorry that it was too loud. I didn't realise that it was very much loud. So yeah, it's the thing. There's a lot of different controllers, of course, out there. In first party and third party controllers are always good to be able to have in the marketplace. I think Xbox is actually cracking down on it on their Xbox consoles. What sucks because some of the ways that you make things accessible is third party controllers more than anything. Okay, let's go back up here because we need to be able to get our own land to be able to make sure that we can do this. So I don't want too many problems. Wink. Okay, let's do that. That's trying to run after them. That might be able to run after them now. Yes! Got them. Okay, so... Oh, watch out, there's another person. That did not go towards them. I don't think that went towards them. Just check that out there. That should go towards them now. Nice. Yeah, the problem is, they back you up in a corner and it sucks, because you're trying to... You're trying to not die, but you're also trying to not, like, have too many people surrounding you and things like that. It might be good to just... How do we get up there without too many... I guess up here. It'll be up this, right here. Alright, there's someone down there, so let's splash that. Including doing that. And we'll just... Yeah, they've got them. It's fine. I think we'll probably win this one as well. I didn't expect us to win the previous one. It's fine now. Playing balance well. That's much better. Yeah, it's the thing, like, I don't know the correct balance to be able to have from gameplay and everything, because I can only hear the gameplay audio. I can hear myself because I've got my, I've got like a specific microphone that goes into like an interface, so little device that turns around and does it similar to like live stuff and all that, but I can't hear what level is both of them at the same time, so it's not easy for me to be able to track where I am with everything, especially as like delayed audio and stuff. It sucks. Unless I'm like recording or something, and when I'm recording I can affect the audio afterwards if I really wanted to. So yeah, fair enough. But I think we got this one. This one should be... no, we don't. There's someone down here. Splash hit. Oh, hey, how's it going? You suck. Just put that down. There you go. You go down there. Okay, they're on the wall. Oh! Come on. There's just more. It's more. I thought it was more. Okay, so... we just want to get the little bits now. Like, there's no way that... Maybe win it. Probably won't. We probably won't win this game. So, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, we lost. That's fine. It's the thing. There's only limit. There's very much limitation when it comes to winning or losing these games, because you might have someone on the opposite team that's really, really good, and then we're on this team and trying to do as good as we can, and it's like I suck. So it also depends off how many rollers you have compared to how many other people and stuff. So sometimes if you have a whole team of rollers can go either way, but it's also the case of, like, most of the time you have a whole team of rollers, there's going to be like 3 rollers that just do nothing compared to that one roller that just goes through and collects every little corner and everything. Because the great thing about roller is I can run up to a corner such as here, and I just sort of run and I go round like that, it doesn't get stuck or it doesn't do anything like real life rollers actually do. And the great thing is, well, I can jump and do that, and because it comes down, I can like go all the way up a wall, so it's not too terrible. I do have to lurk now, as I unfortunately have a bit of work that needs doing, and I'm procrastinating. That's fair enough. If it's easier to be able to put the stream in the background and be able to do the work and just have something playing, that's understandable. I do that all the time when it comes to live streams or even anything else. It's easier to do work, except from recording work, when it comes to putting stuff in the background, so understandable. Hope you stick around so that it's an extra view. It helps us greatly, so thank you. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll try and get up. Oh, no, please. Stay away, stay away. You stay there. Am I safe? Oh, I'm safe. Nice. And I got them. Nice. Even better. Because I thought I didn't get them for a second. Okay, so I don't know how we get up there. That's fine. We'll just walk across. It's going to be easier. Get you. Get you. Yeah. All good. Okay, so... What's happening? What's happening? Something happened. You stay away. Come on. So yeah, like, Splatoon's not my favourite game of all time. It was one of the reasons I did choose to... Because I missed out on the Wii U. I never have played on a Wii U, and I probably never will. It's not a device I'm interested in anymore. It was something I was interested on when it like first came out. I was like, oh, that's an interesting concept. I would love to be able to try that out. And some of the like adverts or whatever around the time was like, oh, pretty cool. Like you get a screen whilst you have a screen on the TV, sort of like a DS, but with the TV instead. And I thought they were going to do something like add in DS games, such as like Soul Silver and stuff. What I really like with Pokemon. Okay. Die, please, thank you. We're just going to put one there just to paint up that little area there. Yeah, I thought they were going to put like Pokemon games and all this other stuff on the Wii U. I don't think they've only done like one or two console-based, other than the Switch, obviously. I count Switch as both a handheld and console, like most people do, because it makes it a lot more confusing if we just call it one, because it's not technically a console, but it's also not technically... Die, thank you. It's technically not a console, but it's also... Well, it is and isn't at the same time, because if you count handhelds as underpowered consoles... Go, 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 go. Run! No, 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 no. You stay away from me. Ah, god damn it. Go, go, go after him. Go. So yeah, like, new tools to craft and distracted me too. Not to work. I do much more interesting. Like, that's fair enough. Like, I always purchase like it's rather a new game, or it's the case of like new gadgets that I can work around with my videos and stuff, because I create like videos on my off time and stuff, and I love that to bits, because oh no, there's nothing I can do there. I think we might actually win. That's a pretty good spread. Yeah, we'll game finished before I can actually get back in, but that's fine. I think it might be close to a tie. No, maybe not. I think maybe we caught more corners. We caught more corners. That's good. Okay. Because the blue was so far over to our middle and our side, I thought we're doomed. But that's fine. Also, that was 2 rollers, and I don't know what the other ones had, but we had 2 rollers. It was pretty good. Yeah, new tools are always cool to be able to mess around with, especially when it comes to your craft or whatever you do. And it might be physical tools because you do any workmanship or anything like that, or it might be the case of like me, I have things like cameras and stuff. If I can grab it without breaking it. I have cameras and tripods and stuff, and I mess around with my tools all the time. It distracts me so much when there is certain things that I need to like do, and I'm like, oh, I need to do that, and then it's like, oh, I should probably do that. And then occasionally I'm like, oh, let's do the little task that I'm supposed to be doing. It's like I sorted out like a few rooms yesterday, because I sorted out for one of my videos. I just went, screw it, I gotta sort out this door so I can sneak into bed when it's really late at night. Because my girlfriend goes to sleep earlier than me. So I edit my videos all the way up to like 1 a.m. and then I sneak in. And I need to like grease the door or something like that just to be able to make sure that it's it doesn't squeak, because right now it squeaks, and that's the bit that's going to wake her up now, compared to the door going clank clank every time I open it or close it or do something with it. Because it was caption. I just brute forced. Were they through the wall? Where were they? What is that move? Why? We should probably capture this whole area as well. Just our spawns. Actually, our spawns fine for the moment. It's better off pushing ourselves forward, destroying their side, than anything else. Brilliant. Go away, go away, go away. Okay, just run. Okay, oh, I have, like, special ability. Nice. I didn't know what that fully done. I was so distracted because I was like, okay, what's this move doing? Okay, so what we want to do is we want to hide in here for 2 seconds. Okay, they're coming up with their teammates. Their teammates are very close. One of them was splashing, or two of them was... what are they doing? Okay. I think we've lost this at the current moment. If it ended here, we would have lost. So we need to push forwards. And... why using a special on me? Like... no. I'm not that good of a player, come on, like, you're wasting your special on me, but it's also the case of, like, it's just... we're not going to talk about that, like, we're not going to talk about how me felt falling off the map, like, it's fine, like, I just can't do things, but yeah, like, doing things with tools and stuff, even if it's digital tools or whatever, is really fun. Not everyone counts software and things as tools though, and that's what sucks, because I use software all the time. We use a program called OBS to be able to stream this. It's something that I've used over the years anyway, from creating videos and things in the past. And I used to do gaming content a lot of the time, and then yes, it got too much when it came to like gaming content, because I was spending... what was I spending? I was spending a stupid amount of time. Level working tools with me will be useful in future, but right now I have other things that should be made. That's fair enough. It's... oh yeah, you... I know who you are now. As Kieran, I know a Kieran. Cool. Yeah. Your projects that you do is insane. Because all your projects that you do, I keep on seeing it come up, and I do try and like it when I do see it on my Instagram and stuff. But but yeah, your projects that you do are really nice and beautiful and things. Like, I think you've done level work in flowers and stuff before, and all this other stuff, and it's really beautiful. I believe you're starting your business around it in a way. I forgot what your business was actually going to be called or anything. But we're doing Trans Pride Southampton 2024, and it might be good for you to get a stall or something. If we do actually get everything correct for all the stalls and work out the location and things. I think we've worked out a location. We want to do Palmerston Park, what is a location that People's Pride and things have used in the past. But looking at the pricing and everything, it might be a little bit out of our range with current everything. So we're trying to work out logistics of it, including stalls and all this other stuff, security and everything else we possibly need. Yeah, when you actually post on Instagram, it's really nice when you do post on Instagram. The thing is, your craft takes so long to be able to do, but if it generates money as well, it's perfect for you. Like I've got a meeting tomorrow for my business that I've been trying to create over time, and that's going to be a stressful meeting, but it's also the case of it's a worthwhile meeting because it might be helpful for me in the long run, because it could potentially get more business and get to a stage that I can have other employees and things like that. That's my goal with my personal business. It is employees and be able to generate money so that I can do all the tasks and be able to switch between different topics and things like that. It depends what you want to do with any business, really. Like any business is helpful, but it's also the case of like some businesses are either never going to grow to a stage that like they could be, oh no, run, I cannot defeat that. Yes, some businesses can run to the point that they're big multi-million, go away please, multi-pound companies or anything, or it could get to the point that like multiple people run on it and stuff, and then some just fail and don't work well. And yours definitely has potential of being at least one that allows you and maybe a few other people that can learn your crafts and stuff to be able to, of course, get to a stage that it continues going when you're not working on it yourself, like personally yourself. Oh, this goes up, nice. Oh god, people left. Cool. You've done a few things so far. I've discovered businessing can be very stressful at times. Yeah, it's one of the things that I've for my own personal company, I've registered with Company's House, and then it's also the case of like we are ready to basically trade, but it's the case of, because my company is around like video editing and those sorts of things, it becomes so stressful for me because I can't deal with it. So I step back for a couple of weeks or whatever, and we've generated some money. I think we've gotten to the stage of we're doing other things than just video editing now, because when I was originally starting the company, when I originally had the idea for the company, it was originally video editing service. That's what it is. Now it's turned into video editing service. I will do, what's it, like, I've got like a list of like 5 things that I display on my website, and then I've also got like website making that I if anything, that's our biggest business at the current moment, because that's the only thing that we've actually made money off of. We made a website for someone, they turned around and said thank you, gave us some money for it, and we're trying to work out models and pricing for everything like that, including VHS conversion, because I know there's plenty of people that have VHS tapes from the early 2000s or before then and would like them converted. But they don't know how to, and I think we're doing like 5-10 quid or whatever. But the problem is that's only local Southampton based at the current moment, and I don't advertise it too well. So that's something that I'll improve for my own personal company in the future. But Trans Pride, we're trying to work out what we're doing for our models and stuff. So we've got the coffee. We're trying to go as far donation basis as possible. But the problem is with that, there's only limited amount of people that will donate without getting something in return, obviously, or getting much in return other than a one time a year event sort of thing. And that's what we're trying to work out. We're trying to work out if there's anything that we can do with some of our skills and things like that. One of the things that we were tempted to go into was video editing, and I'm like, well, that's a conflict of interest for myself and things. So there may be an area for us to be able to go into in the future. It's just trying to work it out with limited skills that the people who help out and stuff work on it do have, or we have to teach everyone how to go into those fields and do those jobs and things. They're in the corner. Cool, nice. Okay, we'll wait a second. I'd love to share my craft with some other people. It's not massively well crafted, so teaching someone else in the future is very is on my list of priorities. Yeah, like in the end of the day, like it's probably better to, especially if people are interested, you do a percentage basis or something like that if you are doing a business, because there's no problem with turning around and going, hey, if you make it, I'll give you 50% of profit of that thing, or 25%, or whatever you feel like a fair price is, especially if there's a fair price on the actual craft itself. In the end, that's labour cost. It's something that you can't really easily get around when it comes to crafts anyway. Is one of the major things, like even when going away and stuff like that. If you find someone who is labour basis, like they're turning around creating little signs and stuff like that, they're going to have the whole thing at a price of like 20-30 quid or whatever. And a lot of that would be just labour. It would just be the amount of time that it takes for them to be able to do everything, more than anything. So it's what it is. You can't really go around it. It's, I've been looking at like coffee's a very good place if you want to be able to create a shop and be able to ship things to people. Because specifically, it is a shipping-based system instead of an in-person shop or anything like that. It's a really good place to be able to do that, and people can even pay monthly things to be able to see updates and stuff exclusive to them because they're paying into that. You can technically do that, but there's like commissions as well. So if you have a specific thing that you do, you can do commissions and stuff. We've been looking into commissions ourselves for Trans Pride, but there's really nothing that we feel like we have skill-wise between all of us or one of us or whatever that would be interesting for people to be able to purchase. So that's what we've been trying to do. One of the ways that I've tempted to do it was something like, hey, you can name a specific Pokemon and it might be in our party for like a week or something. But it's the case of like naming Pokemon and stuff, even though that it could be a possibility, I doubt many people want to be able to name a Pokemon, especially with like other creators who are creating stuff. Not more likely to be able to like allow you to be able to name their Pokemon, but it does it for free. So it's definitely not a factor that we want to go down. And we're trying to work out like raffles, if we're going to ever do raffles, or if there's anything that we can personally do for Trans Pride. Oh, we've won that. That is definitely us. Yeah, 69.7%. Nice. So yeah, like crafts and stuff are insane when it comes to things. Like I wish some of the things that you've done and everything, I'm like, it's not my taste, but I wish I could do it. It's like I would wish I could draw, because if I could draw and my hands didn't give out so much as they do, then I wouldn't mind drawing for a commission or something. Because even though it might take like 2-3 hours or something, it'd be worth at least 10 quid. And that goes towards all of our events and stuff. Even if it was not for Trans Pride as well, then it would be fine. I can even just give a bit of it to Trans Pride. It's one of the things that I'm tempted to do with my own company anyway, of, hey, I do both things anyway, might as well just spend money towards it. Because it's just a helpful thing, especially if it's like, hey, having my own stall or something, I'll pay for all the stall thing and all that. It's like I technically have one employee that wants to, one person who wants to help out when it comes to not Trans Pride, but towards my own company. It's kind of nice. If you can help, just message me. I'll donate to raffles and such if you need a few prizes. That'll be great. I'll private message you later after the streams and stuff. It will be past 6:30, so I'll probably message you like 7 or 8 or whatever when I can remember. If I don't remember and it's tomorrow, send me a message. I'm in town sorting out my meeting and stuff anyway, but I'll be getting to things like that tomorrow by definite. And we can try and sort it out, or at least stay in contact about it, because I know that it's something that we're tempted to do. It's not something that it's something that we've just laid out lately, and isn't fully in the works. We're not like, oh, this is the day that we're going to do a raffle and this, that, and the other. It's an idea that we're tempted to do a raffle. We're not sure the prizes. We'll probably do the actual raffle itself online, and then we'll probably talk to like People's Pride or whoever we can. It's harder with Art House now, because Art House is actually going around. If you didn't know, Art House is a decent venue for it's run by trans people, and is a venue for like queer-based things that are going on in the city for the most part. Yeah, they're going away in like March or whatever. One of the things I didn't like what one of the persons mentioned or whatever, but I won't get into that. It was just something to do with like how they want more ticket sales, basically, more than support. And it's like, well, you want support, that's what you want, especially if you want to be able to make things last a lot longer. They do want to carry on their art house not as a physical location. I think it's going to be a really difficult thing for them, because when I think of Art House, I think of the possible events that they're doing and stuff, but it's more of a space that you rent out more than anything, at least from my experience with Art House. So it's something that we'll see about looking into and stuff. I'm not sure how much their building is going to be listed for, how much per month and stuff. Some of the windows and stuff need replacing at this point, and there's a lot of work that probably needs to go into if they take out a lot of their stuff. Just do that. You're gonna come here. Oh no, that was bad. The offer is always open. Obviously, I can only do so much at the moment. But if my skills can help, let me know. Yeah, that's cool. Like, the thing is, one of the major things with Trans Pride, even just volunteering and stuff, we have multiple allied volunteers, and some people who are allies to the trans community or in the trans community or whatever don't feel like they can help out in any form of way. And to be honest, sometimes it is just create a little post. Like we've been trying to push for regular posts, especially as is it Trans History Month or LGBT History Month next month? I forgot which one it is. I think it is just LGBT History Month next month. We're trying to work on posts for that, or at least Mabel is. And she's getting so caught up in it and things, and she's like, oh, we should do daily posts because it's going to be really better for like people being able to see everything. Because you do get like really good reach on platforms like Facebook and Instagram and even like YouTube and stuff if you post regularly. If you post like even daily and stuff, especially at a certain time, it does get better. We've lost that one. That one, such a terrible one. 66. Oh, we only got 25% of it, and that's including all our little corners. But yeah, offers are always good, especially as like we've had plenty of people turn around and go out of their way to be able to go, hey, by the way, like we are here if you need us and all that. And it's great to be able to have a few people and go, hey, we're here if you ever need us, we're here. It's cool. We're not even level 9. I want to get level 9 before we do anything else. So yeah, we'll see, especially as like I can always contact you and everything, and we can get into all of that. But yeah, if you're trying to find a way to sell your stuff, I know there's Etsy. Well, I'm so unsure about Etsy. I've never really used Etsy. I've never really shopped on Etsy. And to be fair, if I haven't really shopped off of Caven's a different one. I haven't shopped off of coffee before, but I've at least tried the donation system, and it's pretty good. For the most part, and you can even set its location, so you can make it so that you can go worldwide shipping, or you can make it so that it's only UK based or something. Was really helpful, especially as I think they're going to improve their system over time anyway. It's something that I definitely want to see them improve over time. Oh god, one of them's got a slosher. Is it our team that has a slosher? No, it's one of them. God, it's going to be. The thing is, it's not got range, so that's at least something. Also, paintbrush. Nice. Oh, no. You're not going anywhere. They're so fast. The paintbrush ones are so fast compared to what I am. God, you got up on top of the truck. Oh, damn it. So yeah, like, we'll see what we do. Especially as like, Trans Pride 2024 will be June 29th from what I read earlier. From what I can remember as well, of what I read earlier. And that's going to be a really good event. We're trying our best to be able to make it as out there as possible, and make it so that it's not as big as the other events. We can never probably be as big as People's Pride Southampton's Platinum Park or Southampton Pride. And to be honest, I don't think we ever want to be. The reason why we do Trans Pride and do all of the things is not to be able to, of course, like generate revenue or do this, do that. None of us are earning money from it. It's purely to be able to get the factor of get like trans rights and things noticed. That like, hey, we are going through tough times, especially in the trans community, because we're being discriminated upon and stuff. And I had to go through the other day on stream with someone. I don't think they're UK based or anything, but they were like talking about like, oh, what about the like how trans people are making it so that they can't have kids, and it's like trans people can have kids, and they can go out of their way to be able to make sure they have kids, and they also, if they're gonna have kids, they normally adopt, and that's how gay people and stuff work as well. And they thought like there was like tons of things going through the LGBT community and stuff like that, and it's like, no, like, it's a pretty safe community for the most part. Like there'll be that one liar out of everything, but it's pretty good of a community. Just we're wanting everyone to stop hating on us. That's all we're asking for. That's all we're wanting. Like, at least someone to turn around and go, hey, I don't mind learning. And I think they started getting it, but they were also telling me to like read the Quran and stuff like that. It's like, I'm interested in religion, but I'm not going to go out my way to sit there and read something that I'm not massively interested in, so it's like, yeah, whatever. And we do upload all of these streams and everything to YouTube. It was something that I'm trying to work on a lot further, because obviously right now streaming on Twitch, really cool, not too terrible, probably the best place to stream on, but Twitch has actually allowed multi-streaming for the past couple of months or so. I'll just read your message one sec. Yeah, planning to look into other platforms as well as Etsy. Right, I do really need to lurk now. Have fun. I'll keep you in the background, but not respond. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, you don't have to respond in a way. Do your work. It's fine. I'll just carry on talking anyway. that's what I'm doing. But yeah, like I lost the track of mine. Like the streaming and stuff. We're streaming, of course, on Twitch at the current moment. Amazing platform for the most part. Pretty good for most of it. The only problem that they have is originally they didn't allow multi-streaming because I guess they wanted to make sure that everyone was on their platform when they were streaming. It was understandable. If you're going to have people on a platform and you want them streaming, do that. But a lot of the time, if someone follows you on Instagram, Facebook, or anything like that, as we probably have seen from us turning around and doing our little stories, you've come across to be able to go, hey, by the way, like, hey, I'm here, I'm watching you stream, and that's all good. The thing is, are you going to want to do that every time, or are you going to follow on Twitch? Have you used Twitch in the background? There's a lot of different factors that you've got to think about when it comes to platforms. The only reason we chose Twitch was because, hey, we're doing gaming content, and we'd rather not that spammed out on our normal socials. So we've done a week worth of like normal posts, and now we do stories. And the point of that is just, hey, by the way, we are doing this, but it's also the case of we've now backed off it from our normal social posts, even though that it could be some of our social posts. We've decided that it's probably best not to. And the thing is, the good thing about like Twitch turning around and opening up about multi-streaming, it meaning you can stream multiple platforms at the same time. If we have a good enough like device, we can stream here, YouTube, and even like Facebook or TikTok or whatever we want to be able to stream on. TikTok's a little bit more difficult. There's a lot of factors when it comes to TikTok, including one of the really annoying factors of TikTok is... Oops, got them? There's another one. That's annoying. Yeah, so obviously, like, well, TikTok doesn't give out API keys, which is really annoying because API keys, if you don't know, it's like a string of letters and numbers that connect to their servers that allows us to be able to stream video from things like OBS was one of the tools we use to be able to, of course, do our streams. And it's really annoying that they've taken away that, and the only reason they've taken away that was so that they can use their own really bad version of OBS to be able to do all of that. I'm getting worse at this game, I swear. So yeah, like we do release our shorts and stuff on TikTok, and the thing is, if you're already on a platform, if you're already browsing a platform at the time that we start streaming or do anything, it might make sense that you would tune in from that platform. It's like I do follow the people that I follow on Twitch when I do watch Twitch. I follow them on like YouTube and stuff like that, and they multi-stream now, so they stream on both platforms. And when I see them stream on YouTube, for me personally, I would then turn around and I would join on Twitch, because Twitch has a few more benefits. Visually, it's slightly better, and on top of that, stop blasting me with the slosher. There's a few things that are visually better for the most part if they set it up correctly. Don't know if we've set it up correctly, but it's also the case of okay, I don't know if we're going to win this. There's a lot of orange around the place. Yeah, so like obviously us using TikTok for our shorts and YouTube for our shorts, and YouTube to also post our live streams. But I'm trying to work out the correct way of being able to do it, whilst not making it so that it fills up our video section. It was the most irritating thing, because I started doing it and I'm like, oh, it's fine, whatever. We won't post YouTube videos or whatever. And I'm like, maybe we will. I'm not sure if we will get into it as in like daily videos or even once a week or something. But it is the case of we're going to have that one-off video that's talking about what we're doing with Trans Pride, or showing off Trans Pride 2024, or 2025 or 2026 or whatever, however long we decide to do Trans Pride, because in the end of the day, it's the only way that we lost. That's fine. We'll try and win a game and see if we can do this. I think people are catching on, because I think we're playing with the same people. Might be. I think I recognise those names. I'm not 100% sure though. So yeah, like you never know what will happen, because in the end of the day, the only thing that we can do is try our best to be able to carry on, and we're luckily in contact with other trans prides and get information from them, and get a lot of talking between us and them to be able to go, hey, like what are you doing, how you generate money and all this other stuff, and a lot of them have done things like, I think one of them has done tattoo studios, so they do tattoo gigs and things like that. And then others do like shops, similar to like People's Pride and stuff, where they sell merchandise for LGBT based people. Because the thing is, if you're going to do, there's a lot of shops that of course do LGBT based things. I think I've noticed lately, HMV, is it HMV? The music shop in Southampton. I think it's literally just called HMV. I forget what the actual brand's called. They're all up and down the country and everything, and I think they went away for a little while because they couldn't afford it and things, and then they've come back lately and now they can afford it, but it's really reasonably expensive. But you're buying like brand new albums or merchandise or anything like that. They do like badges and sometimes tops and stuff what are queer based. But looking at like a big end chain like that turning around and doing it, it's like, do you want to purchase that, or do you want to purchase from like a queer shop? And I think that's the appeal of like things like People's Pride shop and everything like that is, hey, are you going to want to oh God, no, avoid. Are you going to want to purchase from a queer shop that also does a queer based event and stuff, or are you going to want to turn around and do it that purchases a very similar product, possibly for a little bit more, from a place like Primark or HMV or something? And some people choose Primark and HMV and stuff. And to be fair, it's really nice for any company to be able to, of course, no. It's nice for any company to be able to display interest in the LGBT community, especially the trans community. Like if any company or business or anything in the city or anyone displays interest in trans-based things, it's really, really nice. It's like I went to my doctor the other week. I made a video about it. I mentioned that I'm like self-medicating estrogen, and I'm like, hey, can you do anything about it? Because I want to carry on, but it's also the case of like I don't know if I can afford to purchase more, and I know it's dangerous to come off and go back on. I've got an appointment in like was it 4th month, January, February, March, April, like mid-April. I've got an appointment to be able to talk to a professional about it, to talk about my medication and my next steps and everything. And the doctor was like, oh, get into LGBT organisations and all that. And I'm like, oh, you're going to laugh at this. It's the case of I'm already a part of the LGBT organisations, and I know the people that run these LGBT organisations, including Southampton Pride and People's Pride Southampton, and trying to explain it to them and all that. And they're like, oh, you're really in depth. And that's when they started like checking what they were saying. And I'm like, that's really annoying. I had to basically say that, like, hey, I'm already a part of all these LGBT organisations, and in fact I helped, not originally, but like lately, since we separated from People's Pride and stuff, I've helped organise and where did you come from? Oh, you just weren't there. Yeah, helped like build it and everything, and I'm counted as one of the co-founders of Trans Pride. And that's the thing, like, there's so much that doctors and things can and can't do, and it sucks that they couldn't really do anything. But it is also the case of, like, it's nice that sort of words getting around about all of these organisations and stuff, even in the medical scene that we've lost. What I'm gonna do, because they're just beating us over and over again, and I think it's the same people. Yes, it is the same people. So what we'll do is we'll leave this match, and then we'll join a new match and see if we can actually do it that time, because it just gets really competitive after a while, and it's so annoying. I just wish it wasn't as competitive it seems to be. It's fine, whatever. We'll head on to Pokemon in a bit anyway, to be able to mess around with that. We'll stop, and then we'll head back into the machine. We'll leave it a sec so that they can find someone else as well, and we'll be all good. But yeah, like the thing is with, like, any organisation or anything is you got to find your roots and what you're doing and everything. And of course, last year when we done our Trans Pride 2023, we were trying to find our roots, but we're just starting out. We started establishing our social media a couple months before. We had to try and push, hey, by the way, it is happening and things. We even told People's Pride to be able to also mention that it's not at the location that we originally was advertising, what they were advertising. And then it was also the case of, like, hey, also tell them that, hey, we have socials and stuff like that now, we're separate and all this other stuff. I don't think they ever ended up doing that. No hard on their part. They had a lot of their own problems and everything. Is one of the reasons that we left. And they're sort of climbing back up in their rankings and everything now. Was really good with everything that they're doing. I don't think we'll ever want to be part of them again. If it came an opportunity to. Especially as I think we're in a good position as Trans Pride Southampton now, being in a position that we're not connected to one organisation. We're our own organisation, and we can work with whoever we want. So if we want to work with People's Pride, we can work with People's Pride. If we want to work with Southampton Pride, we can work with them. If we want to work with both, we can work with both. And it means that we can control who we work with and who we interact with. And we're working with both of them. They both gave us gear last year. Amazing. Thank you for that, both of you. For giving us gear. One of them gave us radios and high visors, or radios, and then the other one gave us high visors and megaphones. And I think then we also got given high visors lately, a completely brand new high visors that they purchased, and we had a megaphone in our house since, I think it was like when we went to the constituency in the Conservative constituency in Fareham. We've had that for months, so we've had it for a good 3-4 months. We had a megaphone in our sitting room, just sitting there going, we need to give it back, and we keep on contacting them, and then we're not free on that day, or it's the case of, like, they don't answer, or they do answer and go, no, it's fine, just keep it there for the moment. And we're like, we want to give this megaphone back. Luckily, I think Mabel was able to give back the megaphone since. Was really helpful, obviously. But yeah, it's nice to be able to work with whoever we want to work with. We do want to work with Art House in the future. Like, Art House, we enjoy the company with the people and everything. I personally am not into any, like, vegan drinks or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure they do mainly vegan and maybe vegetarian based drinks. Like, I'm a water person, or fruity chocolate milkshake, what I enjoy. But no art on them, obviously. They try cutting into that area, and I think a business in the past, like, year or so has opened up really close by to them that is, like, vegan based food and drinks and stuff like that. So it's hard for them to even be, like, anything towards, like, a cafe or anything. I'm not sure what they was doing. I don't know if it was the case of they're trying to be a cafe at the bottom, and then at the top it was, like, venue based things and stuff. I'm not really 100% sure when it comes to Art House, but I wish them luck when it comes to the future, and hope they find what their, like, area is, and be able to actually push for that a lot more than what they've been able to do lately, especially as they've only been open, like, a couple of times a week as of late. Where did you go? No, I didn't expect that to turn up. I could sort of hear it, but I'm like, it's fine. It's far away from me. It's not far away from me. So yeah, I wish whatever organisations that are trying to do something good for the LGBT community, especially the trans community and stuff, especially if the trans community is just creating, especially if the LGBT, like the trans community is just trying to create something in general, because one of the things is like it's hard to look at like most trans people and see them just. I fell off the mat. It's hard to look at some trans people and see them do even rather they're doing something for the community, or I don't see them doing much, and it's rather because they're busy just working and things like that. What's understandable. It's hard to find a job sometimes when why did I jump into that? I was already halfway down and it got shut. Yeah, so there's plenty of the trans community that are trying to find work or trying to do good and everything like that, and the others are like very hidden or whatever it is. But I never see many trans business owners, and I don't know if it's because I'm looking in the wrong area or I haven't like asked publicly, like, hey, like trans business owners, contact me, or anything like that. If there is any trans local, especially business owners, that would like to get in contact with Trans Pride Southampton, go ahead and do that, because I'm sure we would love to be able to hear about your business, what you do. If it benefits any part of the LGBT community, because one of the major things we got lately was we got an email turning around and going, hey, I trans myself, I live in like a location nearby, I'm not going to give away location or anything like that, obviously, but it was like, hey, I need laser hair removal, is there any local business that's run trans based that will do laser hair removal? And I'm like not sure. I haven't went to laser myself yet. It's something that I want to go for anyway, but it's something that I can't really comment on myself. So I asked on our group chat, hey, does anyone else know any LGBT or especially trans-based organisation that does laser hair removal? And I think they started talking in a way in the chat. Maybe we'll reply to it and sent them on the correct direction and everything. And it was really nice. It's just. It's nice to hear about different trans organisations that are not just doing anything for just like trans pride or trans people or whatever. They're going, hey, we're doing a service that's not only for trans people but is exclusive, is like really friendly because we're trans ourselves and is very helpful and things. If anyone in the actual facility, because we're trans anyway ourselves, if they're not trans friendly, we're going to tell them to move on or whatever we can sort of do, because there's limitations of what you can do. It's really hard when it comes to any shops or events or anything, so we've been trying to look into it, and even security can't really do much. They can't pick someone up and chuck them out of like a venue or anything for the most part, especially if it's an outdoor venue or free or whatever. You can't really put hands on anyone to be able to force them away, so you have to basically talk them out of it, like, hey, look, understandable, can you just leave, because you're just getting annoying at this point. You're just making yourself look stupid, and then just go from there. That's basically what you're going to do. And it's such a weird thing to try and do. I hope that we do find, because we're trying to look for security that can do that sort of thing whilst also being trans friendly, because it's so hard to find security that is trans friendly. And I know People's Pride had okay security for that previously. I don't know them personally or anything like that. I've not had too much experience with them, but they were reasonably okay with trans people. But it's trying to find one that we can also afford, because one of the major bits, as soon as you start whacking in like, hey, they've got to be trans friendly, disability friendly, this, that and the other, we've got to basically scout them out and all this, and we need so many, and it gets so expensive so quickly, and it's one of the downfalls of being able to get like Palmerston Park kind of thing. We can technically afford Palmerston Park, especially as we're organising the organisation to be a proper organisation. It's just the case of we got the location, we also need multiple other things, including a certificate for public safety, because what's the certificate for public safety called? It's something specific. I thought you. Thank you for killing me. They're just going ham. It's public liability insurance, that's what we need. And basically public liability insurance. Connection is unstable? No. My life is. Yeah, so like, public liability insurance, of course, just prepares us for just in case the public gets damaged, like hurt or anything like that, or we damage something. Or, I think it's more the public, if they get hurt and everything, especially someone who might be trying to purposely get hurt from something like equipment and stuff, that was, even though that we might have had the correct thing turned around to go, hey, like, this is what we're trying to do, this safety here, there, and everywhere. If someone does something wrong, public liability insurance will cover us, just in case something does happen. Not saying that there ever will be something happening and everything, and we do have to do risk assessments and things. Was one of the things Mabel was panicking about the other day. It was like, oh, we'll have to do risk assessments. So those risk assessments, like, they're pretty simple. Cable, like, cover it up, put a sign up, do all this other stuff to be able to make sure that, like, people, if it's unavoidable, people know it's there. If possible, cover up, make it so it's not a trip hazard. Any other hazards that might be there, such as I think we've talked about generators and things like that. Generators we'd rather cover up, or we can't really cover up generators because they spew out fumes, but they can't be too close to tents, as I've definitely noticed, because at one point I was at an event for People's Pride back when we were doing all that, and they had the generators really close to our tent, and I was just breathing in those fumes for hours, and I'm like, it's not good, but I'll sit through it, it's fine. So it was what it was, and everything, but whatever. That and noise is such a strange thing with not a strange thing, it's understandable with generators. It's just, some of them are just so noisy. You don't expect it to be as noisy as it is till you're really, really close, and then it's like, oh, this is probably a sound risk, but it's fine, whatever. Okay, let's just storm through, because I'm not going to be able to do much else at this point. I can't go back to the spawn. Hope that done something. I might have helped us there. It's very close. Yeah, reasonably close. It was like less than 3%. That's fine. Whatever. We'll do a few more rounds. It's kind of fun. But yeah, like, there's a lot of factors that go into it, including stalls. We'll make people pay for stalls. Mabel was originally like thinking like 50 quid or whatever. Okay price. I was thinking more 25. We'll work out a price for that at some stage, but it's trying to work out a price, especially as, like, it's not just a turn up, we have the gazebo, we have the table, we have the chairs, all this other stuff. We might have like 1 or 2 gazebos that we'll have spare. But it's also the case of, like, there's not only the point of, like, stalls and stuff, trying to get trans and LGBT based businesses, but it's also trying to get the what was it? We also need to contact what are they called? Paramedics. We need paramedics on site, because there's going to be like a decent amount of people there. We need paramedics on site just in case something happens, because otherwise we're screwed if someone needs medical help and none of us knows really much how to do. I did at one stage years and years ago have a what's it called, CPR license or whatever it's called, the certificate that turns around and says, hey, you know CPR. I'd done that in like years. It wasn't even year 7. It was pre-year 7, so it's got 10 plus years old at this point. Don't know where it is. It's in my dead name. It makes no sense for me. I know enough that I should be fine, but it's also the case of I need to, like, rerun the course if I was to ever do that. And it's one thing that we will do at some stage with Trans Pride and everything. Is run a decent portion of our volunteers and things through courses and do all these other things. To be able to make sure that safety is there. It just takes time and a lot of money. That's the problem. Money is seemingly the factor when it comes to any business or organisation or anything like that. Even if we're not running it as a business, obviously, we're running it as a, hey, this is an organisation to be able to not only do a trans-based event, but also bring trans awareness and be possibly a central point for as many of the trans people as possible. And we're trying to bring a catalogue of different businesses and like organisations and things that we can always send you. Oh, God, I almost died. Organisations and things that we can send you across to if we need to. Especially if you have mental health help and stuff. We can't do that. with our stuff, because we have our own mental health issues, and on top of that, like we can help out with basic things, but if it gets any complicatedness when it comes to mental health stuff, there's not much we can do when it comes to everything. Oh yeah, I dropped it. Nice. I dropped it at the right time. Stalls often should have their own public liability too, and I have to fill out the risk assessment for my stall for multiple events. If so, like, it's probably what we'll also have to do is, the thing is, public liability, we as an organisation will probably need one as a full-on event anyway. But if stalls have public liability as well, even better, because in the end of the day, if someone gets hurt from a product or something from the stall, understandable, they probably need to cover that. It's just obviously us as the organisers of the main event will need public liability in some form of way anyway, just to double check and make sure that we're not screwed in the long run, because obviously there may be that one a person that falls over our own personal stall or something. So I'm pretty sure that what we're going to do is we'll have our own stall. It's mainly to cover them and yourselves. Yeah, that's all it is. It's the thing is, because it's only going to be a one-day event, and how expensive it is going to be able to hire out something like Palmerston Park. The ballpark range was around like £900, and that's just for of course the location. So it's going to be easily, by the time we think about supply and everything else, it's going to be around £3 or £4 at least. It's nuts. But it's the case of like, I think we can do it. There's already sponsors and stuff. There's one sponsor that's happy to sponsor us already. I'm happy for them to sponsor us. They're not a terrible organisation, obviously. They're a really amazing organisation. They support us wholeheartedly. Mabel knows them personally, and we'll go through all of that. But the next step would be other people that want to sponsor us, especially for close to any of the amount that they want to sponsor us for. I'm not going to say how much it is, but it's going to be over the price of that 900. That would be it. So it's trying to work out like almost like a package for people who do want to sponsor us in that form of way. The way that we're probably going to be doing it is, if you give us that, like anywhere close to that amount of money, we'll probably have a minimum amount that you can give us. You'll be in our sponsors area of like the posters and the flyers and stuff that we're going to create. It gets even more expensive. I was calculating it, especially as we want to do like a banner. We want a big banner, not specifically for this year's event, but just a Trans Pride Southampton banner that we can walk with when we're out and about, because me and Mabel goes to different Pride events, and we'd love to be able to walk around with it, to be able to go, hey, by the way, Trans Pride Southampton is here, even if it's 2 people of the organisation. But it's also the case of like, we also need flyers and posters. Posters we didn't do last year. I have that poster that's my personal poster from what Trans Pride was meant to be, and then I've got this little tiny flyer right next to it, what is actually the poster / flyer that we done last year, and it was an A5 flyer. So it wasn't anything massive, and luckily people were stopping and reading them and stuff, as stated by Ola, one of the organisers for Trans Pride Southampton. Amazing that people stopped and decided to read it and stuff. Cis people and things of all sorts, and they were taking it in, and that's really nice. Unstable. The connection unstable. This is what happens in this game quite often. I don't know why. I think it's Switch. Switch is just it when it comes to online play half the time. Run away. So yeah, like it's definitely helpful to have, and I'm sure if we had a big flyer, not flyer, a poster, it would help even further, especially as we can mention that, like, hey, come to our socials. You can come to Instagram, Facebook, and buy me a coffee. Not buy me a coffee. We're not using buy me a coffee anymore. That was one of the major things, that you can still support us through buy me a coffee. We're not getting rid of the page anytime soon, but we're definitely stopping posting and stuff off buy me a coffee. We're now using something called Coffee. Very similar names anyway. The difference is coffee is spelled with a K, as you can see probably above me. It's a pretty good platform. It's got basically very similar features. Just stream alerts from... I prefer the stream alerts on coffee over Buy Me a Coffee, but it's also the case of the percentage and stuff. Once we get to a point that we feel like it's going to be beneficial, we can pay a £8.50 a month subscription for as long as we want to be able to get 100% of the profits from one-off donations, as well as multi-donations, whatever, like monthly donations, because we've set up monthly donations, meaning people pay us minimum £1 a month, it's our egg tier, and then we've got like all the other ones. I've been working on a social post for it and everything, but if you want to go check them out, check it out on there. Let me move. It stopped me just mid somewhere, just to be able to do it. But with all of that, it would hopefully cover it. It takes 5% at the current moment, and because we schedule posts and stuff like that, we do it all around board, including because they're one thing about like their features and stuff. It's rather locked behind, hey, they take 5% of every single commission, including the one-off donations. Or if you don't have a lot of the features, then you get one-off donations as 100% of what it is. We connect it up to Stripe. Doesn't mean that we lose a little bit, but it's also the case of I much prefer using Stripe over PayPal. PayPal's a menace when it comes to a lot of money. Not saying that we're getting a lot of money, but if it gets to a point that we get a lot of donations in one day, I don't want them to go suspicious activity and block our account, because they've done that to a few organisations, and I'd rather not deal with that, especially as there's a decent amount of the reviews I've read about it, and it sucks. We've won that round. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move across to Pokemon, because I would much rather use Pokemon now than anything else. No, let's carry on with this for a little bit. Yeah, let's carry on with this. Then we can move across to Pokemon eventually. It gives me time to be able to talk, especially about organisations and stuff. And then we can move on to a different topic and hopefully move on to the game that we want to. But yeah, like, it's not we haven't got everything set in stone. We're trying to make backup plans just in case, because we're not sure if we can generate enough revenue to be able to get to that point. We basically need a lot of... The problem is we need a lot for down payments, basically, when it comes to all of this. And we don't want to stick ourselves in the mud and go, hey, we've put so much money into this year that we can't do next year. Especially knowing at the current moment we're completely 100% donation basis. Sucks. Because we're not doing anything else to be able to generate money. And I hope we change that in the future, but don't change too much. We've got to give something back to the community in some form of way. But if possible, as much donation basis as possible. There's so much less likely, even with me, like I don't pay to donation companies most of the time, and it's understandable when you think financial situations and stuff, but when you realise that, like, if we were able to somehow target the rich demographic of people that 1% is or whatever, to be honest, they're conservatives at that stage most of the time, so it wouldn't really work. But if you were able to target the 1% of people that have millions or billions or whatever, then you would be able to get an okay amount of money from them, compared to people that are struggling and things like that. Was understandable, and it's one of the reasons that we will probably have to change our model in the future, compared to what our full donation basis is at the current moment. Because it's understandable that most people don't want to donate money that they need in a way. So we'll change that over time anyway, and see what we can do. It's just testing the field when it comes to everything, and testing it out and talking to people and being open and everything. So I like being 100% open when it comes to everything. In one of the ways to, of course, possibly generate money from anyone is give them something in return. But you got to find that one thing that people need or want that is replicable, like something that doesn't break, or does break, but they understand that it broke, and then they purchase a new one, or is expensive enough that you could purchase one, have it for years and years and years. But then there's multiple. Oh no! There's multiple people that are purchasing them throughout the year. So it's such a difficult thing to find, and the only thing that people might like or something is something like art. And I'm not really an artist myself. Don't do crafts. Don't do anything like that. I do videos. that's all I do. Unless I do commissions or something of saying something. Commissions of just saying something is just like a cameo or something at that point. To be honest, like a lot of that, like understandable, you earn money and stuff, especially better money than TikTok or anything else could probably pay you anytime soon. But it can put you in a position that you're saying stuff you probably wouldn't want to say. And unless you put like a fun, I guess you'll put a watermark or something over the whole lot, so that people know it's like, hey, by the way, this is like a jokey thing or something like that. Because in the end of the day, generating money is of course highly helpful, but putting your self-worth or even the I don't want to call it brand because it's not really a brand, but like the organisation at risk is probably not a good idea when it comes to things, because you could then just open up to, hey, you get to be able to make me say anything anything you want. You can't restrict it in the way of like, hey, you can make me say these 5 things or whatever. Unless it's like a donation, you get like an uwu or something like that. Like you get like a full-hearted, like, I'm attempted to make a really nice. That's a really awful game. You do like a full-on, like, oh, I'll do an uwu on stream. But you need basically live donations on in a while. Like, let's do if I was on coffee at the moment, and I could see all the things and all that, so I'd have to have this as a separate thing on stream, and to be honest, like, not everyone's going to want to do that if we're streaming and stuff. So I'll be happy to do like an uwu or whatever it is, and learn how to do those, just to be able to, of course, generate money. But you got to do it as like a pound or 2 or something like that each time, and then people, of course, donate. They get like an uwu and stream, and then so on and so forth. And I guess you'll have to turn them off after the stream or something like that. I don't know how you would do it. I guess open and close or something, the commissions, but it sucks because you wouldn't be able to have any other commissions. Something like that. It's something that some people do anyway. It's like one of the major things about Twitch is there's bits and stuff. A really good way of being able to pay people and stuff on Twitch. But you need to be, I think you need to be at least affiliate. I'm not sure if I don't think partner, you just have to be affiliate. It's like 50 followers, it takes a long time to do. But it's also the case of you have to stream for, what's it, at least 7 days in the month. Well, we've surpassed easily. Obviously, we do 3 times a week at minimum. I done a Sunday stream the other day. It didn't go too well, but it's also the case of I think it's because it was like, hey, by the way, we're doing a Sunday stream, and I don't think I advertised it or done anything major on everything. It was just like, hey, we're doing one. It's fun. And that's what we've done. And that's when I played, I think it was when I actually played Violet for the first time. And then that's released on YouTube now, and people are commenting and stuff, what's nice. It's good to have all of that. Yeah, it's the thing, if we get to affiliate, great. It's one of our goals. It's not our main goal, obviously, by being on Twitch. There's obviously the possibility of getting to basically an affiliate-like thing on YouTube. That's what it's called. But you can, basically you need like, I think it's 500 subscribers, which is insane amounts to be able to get. But it's easier to get subscribers on YouTube than it is Twitch, because you've got like multiple different areas that you can get people following you for certain reasons. But you need like, I think it's rather 3,000 hours worth of watch time within the past year, or 10 million shorts views. It's insane. And I guess it would work if we were to live stream these onto YouTube directly, because it might be easier to get people on YouTube. I'm not sure what would be easier for our audience in the end, but we lose the clipping technology that we have. I think YouTube has a clipping system. I'm not sure how good it is, and I'm not sure if I can set it up on my Elgato to to press a button and it clips the last 30 seconds. And, I don't think they have a system that allows me to be able to easily turn them into shorts and TikToks without having to like edit them or do anything with it. Because that's what I do at the moment for our shorts and stuff. If you ever check them out, if not check them out, they're pretty alright. They're not too terrible. Some of them are, but a lot of them are like, oh, that's kind of interesting or whatever. And that's what we did. I can just press it and it's all good. And then I can just remove the ones that I don't like. But yeah, like, affiliate takes a while. I think we're like halfway there to the follow goal. We're also 24 followers on Twitch at the moment. And that unlocks subs and stuff like that. Was another way of getting revenue, obviously. It's one of the... don't get me wrong, it is one of the reasons that we decided to do this, is the possibility of giving back to the community, but also the possibility of people going, hey, by the way, you're streaming. Hey, I'd love a shout out from you doing things. Like saying thank you on stream. That feels really nice. Compared to just donating in general. And the thing is, it technically would be easier for people to go away. Oh, I got them, nice. I was not expecting me to actually get them. Okay, so the easiest thing for me to do here is stretch. Oh, why did you get me? I thought I had that. Yeah, so it's the thing with like affiliate and stuff. It'll be a helpful goal to be able to get to, but it's not a goal that we'll probably get to anytime soon, and I'm fine with that. It's not a terrible idea. If anything, we want to focus on streaming as much as possible at the right times. I don't think we've got the right times yet, because you've obviously joined us now, and we're like, oh, is this the correct time to be able to stream and all that? So we started at 2, was our regular time that we do at the moment, 2 PM in GMT. It was UK time. But it's also the case of like, would it be better for us to do it more towards 6 PM or something like that in the UK? Because that would be early in the morning or midday for a lot of America, what would allow us to do a lot more stuff in general. And that's where it comes from. Like, it probably would give us more potential, and it's like our shorts and our YouTube stuff and all that, our YouTube statistics when it comes to everything. We've got more people in America watching than we do in the UK. Our biggest demographic is American. It was very strange when you realise that it's one of two things. One, there's a Southampton in America. Two, it's the case of trans representation and all that is not massive in America. Or three, they like the British accent. Maybe a combination of them. But I'm really unsure with what is the reasons behind that. It might be the case of like when I post, it might be more closer to what Americans will watch, shorts and things, and that's why it boosts up. Or it might be just the case of like there's not many UK-based people that are trans that uses YouTube Shorts or TikTok or whatever. I think a lot uses TikTok over YouTube Shorts, maybe. I think Americans really refuse TikTok at this point, but they still use it. It's very strange. It's slowly become more and more British, Irish, everything like that, from at least my experience. I'm not sure if it's just because I watch those sorts of people, especially Irish. Like, the Irish accent is very nice. Especially like some of the things Irish people tend to do on TikTok and YouTube and things. It's sort of nice. I think I've always just returned to Irishmen playing games and stuff. You got like Jacksepticeye and was another one. There's not many Irish gamers. It's RT Games. I believe he's Irish. So you end up with them shouting Irishly. I don't know how else to say it. But it's fun. In the end of the day, like there's certain bits like I've learned over years that interest people when it comes to creators and stuff. You really have the sniper like ready to go. That wasn't even the sniper, that was the splat shot. Nice. Yeah, so like there's different areas that people watch different people for different reasons. Sometimes it might be, oh, I find that person beautiful and sexy or whatever, and that's nice if that's what you like from people. Sometimes it's like, I like the voice, and there's like one streamer that has done tons and tons of shorts lately. They've done amazingly on shorts as of like and originally I was like, oh, that voice is really nice. His voice is really nice and smooth and stuff like that. And then it got to a point that we started listening to what he's saying and all that, and it's like, oh, real good advice and helpful things, and then some of it was funny and all that. It's like, oh, cool. So he's got multiple areas that are really good when it comes to his content and stuff. And then he does game, but he barely does like shorts or does it on live stream or anything like that. So it's like, well, I'm not sure how he is with games and all that, but when it comes to some games, you watch them because they're really good at the game, or like really funny. And the problem is I'm not good, and I'm not really funny. So it turns out that I'm none of them. I've got to try and find a category that I rather sit in, even if it's advice or something. And that's what sucks, because I'm like 21, almost 22. It's hard to advise someone on anything when it comes to being reasonably young. Especially as like a lot of people in their late 20s or 30s will count me as like a baby. I'm the little baby trying to be okay. And it's understandable. It's not a terrible thought to have. Everything, so it's fair enough. Oh god, I suck at this. I really suck at this, especially pressing buttons and all this stuff. Yeah, we lost that. We lost it. Yeah, it's not my fault. It's fine. So yeah, we'll move on to Pokemon now. I think that's what we do. And the little thing didn't work. I'm so annoyed. There's something other than clips called stream marker. Something went wrong when you select that. There's something called a stream marker. What you're supposed to be able to press down and go, hey, by the way, this is what I've done. Let's just press stop just to double check. We should be all good. That should save up. Yeah, so like a stream marker is supposed to, you press on it, and it would allow you to be able to leave a little marker so you can then go back through it and do whatever you're going to do. And that's what I was going to do, but apparently not so. It won't let me do it. So I'm just going to have to mark down that it's like a hour 30 into live stream and doing well. Ow, this hurts. Ugh. Okay. Let's talk for a little bit, and then we'll head on into the actual game. So yeah, as we were mentioning throughout the Splatoon 3 stuff and everything, it's there is a lot that goes into the thought process when it comes to live streams or companies or mix of both, or organizations. You don't want to count everything as a company. Sometimes they're just organizations that are trying to do something good in a way. Of course, one of them being I'm not sure they're 100% goals, but there's of course Board in the City was really amazing. And you've done bits in a part of that anyway, Karen. But they got broken into lately, and that sucks. I'm not sure the full story of that, obviously, but it's also the case of like it sucks that it got broken into and had a lot of problems, especially as they're CIC. They're supposed to help the community, and that's what they've been doing. And the community then turned around to backlash like that. I'm not sure if it was anyone part of the actual community of Board in the City or doing anything. But amazing board game cafe. I love it. It's bits. We always go. And I'm trying to breathe at the same time. I forget to breathe. So yeah, there's multiple areas that we'll have to do in the future with Trans Pride, including the actual business itself. The business side of things it's going to be nuts when we're doing all of that and trying to organise the actual main event and trying to just get to a stage that we can actually have stalls and have everything that we need when it comes to everything. And it's something that we'll have to look into. It's the thing we're going to have to look into now, and that's what we're going to be looking into in the next month or so anyway, and deciding if it's going to be best to do a big event, or if it's better to do a smaller event, especially as like it's going to be a lot cheaper for us to be able to technically go into the same location we went in the first year. What was Edmund Unitarian Church, we can technically go there. There's nothing technically stopping us from paying up or seeing about getting the venue for free or whatever, part of advertisement or whatever they want. And we just go to there. It's a decent sized location, but it sucks for amount of stalls that we can have and host. So we would then have would have to work out how many tables we can get in there again on like the bottom floor or the top floor or whatever we decide to do, and then go from there. Especially as like not last year, the year before, the first year of Trans Pride, it was bottom floor was all the different people and stuff, and then top floor was speeches and all this other stuff, and that was sort of out the way, and I didn't really sit there that long with people's speeches and things originally. Baby trans anyway when it came to that year, but downstairs it was like certain organisations were for like mental health and stuff and just giving out cards, and then there was People's Pride, big back wall turning around and selling all their merch and all that, and I'm sure if we went there and done that, it would be the case of they would be selling all that. It's one thing that we'll have to look into as well ourselves is would we have enough money to also buy like tons of trans flags and things like that, and be able to sell them for a cheap price to the community and earn like that £1 profit or whatever, to go towards everything is something helpful, obviously, and it'll be like £5 or whatever for big flag, like you would normally have. So it wouldn't be like undercutting or anything. It would just be same price as what like People's Pride does. It just means it goes towards Trans Pride instead of People's Pride, what helps us in the long run compared to money going towards People's Pride, obviously. And we've already spoke to them about like selling stuff like that and all that, and they're like, yeah, that's fine, completely fine, just you do that, that's fine, we're not going to have any problems. And I'll talk to them again if we decide that we want to do that. Maybe share retailers or whatever, because they're good quality what People's Pride does, and I don't want to get bad quality, obviously.